What was your mentality coming into this year?
To come here and start as I finished last year. So that was the mentality, and the mentality was to get better every day. I know that I have some steps left. Just keep pushing every day like I do. Yeah.
Now there's a lot of goaltender just pressure from behind. Obviously there's a lot of talk of Kosa and other guys in this system. What does that do to you as far as development goes and your own mentality?
I mean, Kosa is a great goaltender. It's good with competition, healthy competition, but to be honest, I just focus on myself and what I can do. Get that 1% better every day, and my goal is to become a Red Wing, so that's what I aim for.
Now, the latter half of last season, you made some really impressive strides as far as your production goes and your averages. And what have you worked on over this summer to make sure that translates into this year?
I mean, a lot of things, both mentally and on the ice. But on the ice, it's being quicker, and be more precise in my decision and everything. So hard work during the summer.
You play in a game like this, an 8-5 game, and as a goaltender, sometimes you kind of have to refocus after giving up a goal like that. How were you able to stay focused and especially make some big saves with those penalty kills there towards the end?
Yeah, I was just thinking about it doesn't matter how it starts, it's the ending, right? So that was always on my mind, and just next puck every time, next puck. That's easy. Yeah.
You were able to play with a guy like Calvin Pickard, who's been around the block a few times, both in the American League and the National League here. What were some things that you learned from him last year that you've taken into this second season with Grand Rapids?
Good question. I mean, a lot of things. I learned a lot. He played a lot, so I saw him. I could see him, how he prepared for every game. So, being consistent. I think that's what I learned with Pickard. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How does it feel to get that first pro goal?
Oh, it feels really good. I think I've just been working really hard the past few years for this. Just kind of getting here now, making the jump to pro instead of getting sent back to juniors and stuff. So it's kind of quite an accomplishment for me. It's what I wanted to do this year, and the first one feels great to get off the chest.
Now, it's only been a couple games, but how big of a difference is it for you as far as mental adjustment and physical adjustment from juniors to here?
Yeah, obviously everything's just another level. Obviously it's pro hockey. I mean, juniors, you have a little bit more time and space and time with the puck, and I figured that out in the first game already. Just kind of, you got to make your decisions quick, and you got to have your head on the swivel because there's a lot of bigger guys out there, a lot of older guys. So I just got to, everything's just another level from juniors. So.
Now, coming out of preseason and training camp, did Detroit give you any sort of pointers you needed to work on while down here in Grand Rapids?
Yeah, I think just kind of getting my confidence up and keep pushing. I think I had a pretty good camp in preseason in Traverse City, so I think they just said they kind of expected a lot out of me my first year here. So. Hopefully I can keep pushing for that, and hopefully just keep doing what I'm doing, and the team keeps winning. So.
Yeah. Now, as far as your own personal game, in your mind, are there any immediate holes that you see that you really want to kind of push forward, working towards?
Yeah, obviously being a young guy in this league, I think just filling out my frame and stuff, and keep getting stronger and faster. Nobody can be a good enough skater, right? So keep working on that and keep getting stronger and stuff. So.
Cool. Thank you.
Is it different playing with bigger guys? Obviously, you're playing in juniors, you're playing against guys that are at most 20 years old. All of a sudden, you're going up against guys that are 28, 29, sometimes 30 plus. How many's been lashed up on this team?
Yeah, it's quite an adjustment. I think it was a little weird off the start. Obviously, kind of being one of the older guys last year as a 19-year-old in the WHL. So. Just kind of having that, but they've been great mentors for me and all the young guys. So it's been really good having that leadership out of them for us.
You come from Portland's obviously a great junior hockey town with the Winterhawks, the long history they have here. What has been your experience so far here in Grand Rapids? You liking it?
Yeah, it's been great. We've been here for just almost a week, I think now, and I love the city. It's a great little town, and obviously I'm from a big city, so I love the city life, being downtown and stuff. So it's great. I love the arena, I love the locker room, I love the guys. It's been great so far.
Now, first season here with Grand Rapids, what are your initial impressions so far of the team and kind of your role as a veteran leader here?
Just contribute every night and just be a leader for everyone to follow. It's a younger team, and there's going to be some growing pains, I'm sure, and we just have to learn from it and just help them get through all this. So I thought tonight was a good start. Obviously, last night was a little bit hectic, and first game together as a team, so it didn't go the way we wanted to. But I think today was a lot better. We scored, which was huge, and we got the win. So so that's most important.
Now, special teams last night kind of faltered a little bit. It seemed to be a little bit of a carousel as far as the lines went.
Yeah.
What clicked tonight with the power play?
I think we just shot. We buried our opportunities, we shot, and that's what you need to do in a power play to score. And you're moving it well. We kind of already knew where each other were going to be, so it was good. Second game together, and I think we scored 3 or 4 tonight. I don't know what it was, but it was awesome. It was good.
Yeah. Now, as far as the leadership goes behind the bench, this is head coach Simon's 5th year. What are your first impressions of you so far?
It's great. He tells guys when they need to do something, which is great. Holds guys accountable, and it's just easy to play for him. So it's been great so far.
Cool. Thank you.
In games, we talked with Bradstrom about what's it like being from a goaltender's perspective in a wild game like this, a game that pretty much is from 1987.
Yeah.
From a player's perspective, how do you guys keep bouncing back, whenever San Diego came within 1 or 2?
Yeah, I think you just have to bear down. At the end of the game, 5-on-3, we had some huge blocks from guys. Brett's made a couple big saves, so just bearing down and winning the face-offs, doing all the little things, and we did that. So it ended up being great, and we killed them off, and we got the win for it.
You got Milwaukee coming up next week, and then you hit the road for a few games here. Do you think the road trip might help the guys kind of get a little more accumulated with each other, even though, like you said, it's only been a week with you?
Yeah, for sure. It's anytime you get on the road and be with the guys and go out to dinner and stuff like that, it's awesome. So we're just trying to build a chemistry all together and move forward.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your initial thoughts on the win here tonight to get the weekend split?
Well, obviously we're happy with the split, and I'm happy with the way the guys responded and the things that we kind of talked about this morning and how they applied it today. So very receptive group, and obviously we're happy to get one in the win column.
8 goals tonight after only scoring a couple last night there. Obviously, maybe on the defensive side we'll talk about, but the offense obviously really stepped up when they needed to tonight.
Yeah, well, it's good for the conference, and we knew that we had some good pieces here offensively, so it was good to see that kind of come together tonight. But again, like you just alluded to, 11 goals in the first 2 games, 11 goals against that we got to kind of clean up here.
How do you think Bradstrom played? He obviously given up 5 goals, but he really responded, especially in that third period when San Diego was pressing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think yesterday was a 6-2 game, and I don't think today was an 8-5 game or whatever it finished up. A little bit tighter than the score might dictate, but both goalies made some big saves at key times, and both goalies probably won a couple back. So. We can't continue to expect them to 8-5 games, and obviously if you're giving up 5, you got to score 6 to win. So we can't, we got to find a way to limit those.
How much do you think that has to do with the fact that this team's only been together for a few days? Obviously, a lot of guys were together in training camp with Detroit, but all of a sudden, really only a few days with the full group here in Grand Rapids.
Well, I think there's a lot to do with it. And again, the season's typically 185 days, and we're on day 7. So. There's a long trip ahead of us, and it's a long journey, and we're going to have highs, we're going to have lows, but we've got to make sure that we're learning from the mistakes we make and embracing the successes that we have.
Thanks.
Sure.
My only question is,
Just one.
just one today. Do you have an update on Brouillard?
I do not.
Okay.
We're going to just kind of take it day to day and make sure that he's in the best position possible to get ready to play for Wednesday. If that happens, I don't know yet.
Cool.